Just yes, it's been a fantastic show, Marcy. You're wonderful. I've loved what you provided to the show. It's been great. I've been in the chat as well as uh, a few other members of the audience. It's been very informative. That's without a doubt. Yeah, I'm glad a lot of this information, most of which I already knew, is continuing to be relayed. Yeah, we very much we like it a bunch.
Is not covered in
Yes.
Right.
corporate media, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not as much as it should be, honestly.
Important.
There should be a requirement. I mean, back in the old days with the Fairness Doctrine and before Bill Clinton's Telecom Act, there was a requirement for there to be diverse stories over the course of the day. Instead, they sliced the same 3 stories 50 different ways with, a new contributor from such and such a publication. It's like we're listening to the same viewpoint on the same issue that we did at Morning Joe. Now we're just in the
Right.
afternoon, and it's what's her name on MSNBC, Rachel Maddow. Yeah. Well, what happened, Rachel? What happened?
Right.
She got corporatized. She made it
I've
big.
heard
She made too much money, man.
I've
Right.
heard that the political divide is amongst those who listen to and watch cable television and those who don't.
Yeah,
Really
I
don't. Yeah. Like
There's a
it's
lot
like
of that.
I think
if you watch like a lot of cable news and whatnot, especially Fox, is like you are literally like less informed than someone who doesn't follow politics at all.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
But yeah, did you have something else, Marcy?
I was just going to say thank you so much. I have to run,
Sure.
Yeah.
but I look forward to a link to this so I can share it out.
Yes.
I appreciate.
Yes.
Yeah, we appreciate that very, very much.
I'll send you that link right now.
Okay.
actually.
All right. Live on the West Coast.
For
Good
sure.
to be with you.
All right.
Take
All right.
care.
Thank you, Marcy. Have a great day.
Thank you
You too.
again.
Bye bye.
Hell yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
good show.
It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had it going the whole ride home. Needed to catch up with a couple points, but it's great guest, honestly. We should definitely have her on.
Yeah,
again
she's very
sometime in the future.
informed and she's been active. I mean, she actually walks it, man. She does like
Big time.
all the stuff that we talk about doing, like she's actually done.
Oh,
What
yeah.
I mean, and
Yeah.
like the real grassroots, like the stuff
Sure,
that nobody wants to do, man, and it just
Yeah.
needs to get done. But you probably didn't see it, but their website is really super impressive. It's like I kind of want to be like, hey, do you need any men to go work for you? Like,
Yeah.
you got to
No,
have that
for real.
token one guy hire, right? Like,
Sure. I mean, why not? Yeah. I mean, they've done great work. I've been familiar with Code Pink for years now, and
Yeah.
I always knew them as like a feminism beacon, and of
Yes.
course, like we fucking need that shit. Like we absolutely
Yes.
need those messages and
something more than just the Me Too movement, right? Something
Yeah.
like an actual access point for luminaries and
Right.
the woman that they were showing, Jody Evans and Medea Benjamin,
Right.
sound like people that I'm excited to get to know more about. I mean,
Yeah.
if we're gonna unite the left, we've got to get to know the major voices in specific ways.
No, of
And
course.
that's going to require us all to do a little bit more homework. But it's just cool because, like, to have an access point like Code Pink, like, okay, I want to know more about feminism,
Mhm.
and boom, just go to Code Pink. Like,
Bingo.
that's the source,
Bingo. Yeah.
So anyway, it was a really good show. How was your day, man?
Oh,
what
God.
do you want to talk about?
Well-
The fucking firestorm going on down
Yeah,
in
it's-
LA right now. I mean, Gavin Newsom starting his run for 2028.
Yeah, I liked your guys' coverage of that. I really do think, yeah, like you guys made great points about Gavin Newsom potentially getting arrested, and like it would really just play into
Be the best thing
No,
for him, dude. Be
it
the
really-
best thing that ever happened in his political career is to get arrested by Trump.
God. I almost feel like in a twisted sort of way that he's like, because we've seen his pivot more rightward to try to appeal to like more conservative minded people. I wouldn't be surprised like if he's in cahoots with maybe Trump himself, or Republican figures to like take the reins, like a passing of the torch, because he's from California. He's aligned with a lot of the tech bros. He literally has not burner phones, but he has a direct line to basically like all the CEO, like major CEOs in California. Like he has a special phone.
He's also
flip
flip-flopped on a ton of issues, man. He's like Prince Gavin. Like Californians don't even really like him. Like if you go on to his Instagram and you scroll the comments on his Instagram, it's pretty much all negative. It's all like tearing him down. Like resign, dude. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and a lot of it is just knee-jerk reactionaries that are from MAGA, which I mean, like, of course there are countless reasons to dislike Gavin Newsom, but a lot of it really is just blue team bad reactionary. But like he does deserve a hell of a lot of the hate. You mentioned that he went on Morning Joe, and I didn't get a chance to see that today.
He did?
I did.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did this morning. Do you want to see it?
Yeah. Today's been incredibly friggin' busy. It's been nuts. I haven't eaten. I didn't even get a chance to stop for lunch. I had a cheese Danish this morning, and that was it.
Oh, you poor bastard.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, I gotta get some food after this. All right, let's do the Morning Joe clips, and then I'm gonna go get some dinner.
Okay, for sure.
All right, 17 hours ago.
There's a few things I wanted to touch on if you wanted to talk about them, but I did want to start with this Morning Joe thing for sure.
If and when that happens, I don't know that the public opinion, obviously, we'll have to wait and see.
About how there should be tougher law enforcement in California and these riots should have to.
There's not riots going on.
City, there are 50% if they got in between the ICE enforcement operations and the federal agents. And then last night in the Emergency Operations Center, I spent some time with Governor Newsom as he monitored the situation here. And I asked him about what Tom Homan had said about arresting him. I want to play a little bit more of that sound for you right now, Mika. Watch this.
He's a tough guy. Why doesn't he do that? He knows where to find me. But you know what? Let your hands off 4-year-old girls that are trying to get educated. Let your hands off these poor people who are just trying to live their lives, man. Trying to live their lives, paying their taxes, been here 10 years.
I'm so relatable.
The fear.
I'm pissed.
The horror.
I'm California pissed.
Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy. I don't give a damn. But I care about my community. I care about this community. The hell are they doing? These guys need to grow up. They need to stop.
Yeah.
And we need to push back. And I'm sorry to be so clear, but that kind of bloviating is exhausting. So, Tom, arrest me. Let's go.
So tough stuff. Yeah,
he wants
the governor of California. And in between.
Yeah, exactly. Make me the next president.
Yeah, no, that's. I think I literally think that's probably the game plan. Is like they like literally a lot of the fucking tech bros, the broligarchy
would love Newsom.
Yeah, they would be like, okay, Newsom, a lot easier to control, a lot more aligned with us. It's they would have
Homan
no issue.
Comes on,
and that's why
Homan comes on this show. Yeah, Homan comes on here. I can't find it. Keep talking.
No, yeah, he already gets a lot of money from the fucking tech industry. He's done a whole lot of favors for them because you got Silicon Valley right there, All
right, let's hear Chris Murphy really quick on these protests.
Okay, yeah, we like him.
All right, that brings us to our next conversation. Joining us now, Democratic Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut. Thank you very much for coming on this morning, focusing on Los Angeles.
Thank you all for joining.
And
be sure
the
to
Marines that are standing by. What's your take on where this is headed?
Well, I think it's first important to point out that Donald Trump is just not telling the truth. There's been property damage, but these are pretty isolated protests. There's just no doubt that the local law enforcement can handle them. And, we've all listened to Donald Trump's affection for martial law. We've watched him try to destroy our democracy and the rule of law over the last 6 months. And so, of course, it's incredibly concerning to see him threatening a federal takeover here. This is the first time in 60 years that you've had a president deploy the National Guard without a request of the local governor. But it can
It's all
also
good,
be
Dragon
true
Slayer.
that everything that's happened in the last 7 days between the fight with Elon Musk and now the deployment of the National Guard is probably also a distraction from the main story, which is that right now Donald Trump is trying to pass probably the most unpopular piece of legislation that he will attempt to move through
Here's the
Congress
thing.
in his first
So
term.
here's the thing,
He's
right?
going to throw 15 million.
This is just a big distraction from a multitude of different things. Of course, the big beautiful bill and how fucking horrendous and unpopular it is one. The other one is the what? Hundreds of there's a gigantic protest in Washington D.C. right now of veterans. Veterans are absolutely fucking pissed with what's going on right now. A lot of it has to do with the gutting of the VA and whatnot, and like that's not getting any fucking coverage in DC, right? Like in the media right now, that's happening in DC. Another thing it's distracting from is the drama between Musk and Trump in the recent days, and the bombs that Elon Musk dropped. Hey, we're never going to see the Epstein files. Trump's in them.
Right.
Trump killed Epstein. It's
maybe.
Yeah. I believe 100% he was at least like very much involved with that. But yeah, this is all just a big distraction.
Off their health care in order to fund a massive tax cut for the wealthy. It's going to add $2 trillion to our deficit. We're probably going to head into a recession. And so I do also think he's probably doing everything he can to try to get the entire political world to be talking about anything other than a piece of legislation that's going to fundamentally change this country. So, yeah we have to point out the danger of what he's proposing to do in Los Angeles while also keeping our eye on the ball, which is a bill that's going to transform our economy and ruin a lot of lives.
Many things can be true at the same time. Having said that, people are very upset about these ICE raids in Los Angeles for these poor, terrified families. The initial promise was that these deportations would be for criminals only. That's clearly not what's happening here as they're trying to make certain numbers. What's your message to protesters? And also, what can elected officials do at this point? And your take on how Gavin Newsom is doing?
Well, I mean, my first message is to keep it peaceful. I mean, obviously, this is a moment where we have to be on the streets all over the country to protest what's happening to our immigrant community, but more broadly to protest what's happening to our democracy. This is the most corrupt administration in the history of the country, and we are going to rise to this moment by being out there on the streets. But ultimately, I think the country sees what Donald Trump is trying to do here. He's looking for a fight. There's nothing in what he is doing that is about peace or about restoring order. He's taking a protest that is relatively isolated. People in Los Angeles over the weekend would tell you that 99% of them went about their day, and it was pretty normal because this is not an invasion that has taken over the entire city. And he's trying to turn a protest that is pretty small into something that involves an even bigger confrontation so that he might actually be able to invoke the Insurrection Act.
And that's the biggest thing here. So
a defined
Karen Bass actually came out and basically said exactly this. Like, for one, the LAPD should be protecting the citizens. Like ICE are the agitators here, and Trump wants to provoke. He wants this to escalate because he wants it. I mean, who knows what the actual fuck Trump wants? This is all Stephen Miller. He's been melting down because he has the shortest fucking temper, probably as short as something else he has, and he's going off about we should be like outside the Home Depots and shit, and just rounding people up, and it's just like
he's a fascist. This is fascism.
Yeah, because
this
people
is
are
white trash fascism.
Exactly, people are challenging him on well, I mean, we're not. There aren't enough people with criminal records that we're going after and shit. And he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't want to go after people with criminal records. He just wants to fucking literally he can't get off unless he's watching a brown mother crying in Spanish as she's being pried away from her children by masked up thugs who maybe they aren't even fucking part of ICE. We can't identify them even though they're fucking public servants. fucking servants. You know, like, so these could just be jackboot thugs in ICE uniforms, and like we wouldn't even fucking know.
A medical facility to arrest.
So this is Homan.
ICE, Secretary Nome ended the central location policy that ICE had.
As you've just
firing back.
Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy. They're trying to incite violence. They're trying to impose the kind of rhetoric that only makes the conditions worse, that quite literally put people's lives at risk.
NBC's Liz Kreutz with that report. And joining us now, border czar for the Trump administration, Tom Homan. Mr. Homan, thank you for joining us this morning. We have now seen 3 days worth of wide-scale immigration enforcement in L.A. County in the Fashion District at the Home Depot there. When your appointment was announced, you said that ICE, your agency, would focus on national security threats and public safety threats. Were there public safety threats in the Fashion District and at that Home Depot in these raids we've seen?
Yeah, and that's what no one's talking about. The Fashion District wasn't an immigration raid. It was a service of 3 criminal warrants at locations based on a large criminal conspiracy that ICE is investigating. That has to do with money laundering, tax evasion, and customs fraud, where a company underdeclared over $80 million in goods, failed to pay $17 million in fees. And it's part of an overall conspiracy on numerous businesses that they believe that some of this money is being laundered in Mexico and Colombia.
How the fuck is this mealy-mouthed fucking old codger piece of garbage in charge of anything, dude? Like, what the fuck? Like you're just spewing fucking nonsense. Can't even understand what the fuck you're saying. He's just fucking lying through all this shit. He's just like, he gets off on it, dude.
The fun cartel activity. So this was a criminal investigation that they all responded to in the beginning. That's how it all started.
Thunderfud. That's good, Thunderbird.
The facts never got out. Even though we put the facts out, the media didn't cover it. They just said immigration raids, we're separating families and all the negative information we hear all the time. We took a lot of bad people off the street last couple of days. We a Vietnamese national that attended a graduation party, was kicked out, and came back and killed 2 young people, two young Americans. We arrested a child predator. We arrested someone for sexual misconduct. Someone arrested for committed armed robbery.
So so riddle me this. Riddle me this.
Is make Los Angeles safer.
So riddle me this, Tom. What is the purpose of sending in the National Guard or the fucking Marines? Because for one, they can't perform arrests. They cannot conduct arrests of U.S. citizens. That's not what they're fucking. That's not within their power. So
yeah, the question is why escalate it? Why?
Yeah, yeah. It's like these people are trying to fucking protect their community. These ICE raids are not. To make a
point, man.
Yeah,
they want to make a point. They want to take it out on the protesters. Anybody who's not MAGA, they want to hurt.
Yeah.
It's either you're with MAGA and Trump or you're not an American. That's how they feel.
Yeah, when Trump was first elected, like the day after, like I made a bet with someone online, like, hey, I think Trump will like at some point during his term, like deploy the military on U.S. citizens. Lo and fucking behold, we got 2 branches fucking about to occupy portions of L.A.
Public safety threats off the street.
Is everyone that has been arrested by ICE agents have a criminal record like those you've described?
Absolutely not. And I said from day one, January 20th, we will prioritize public safety threats and national security threats. However, we will enforce law. I may prioritize my family life over my work. It doesn't mean I ignore my work. We're going to force the immigration law. We've been honest about that from day one, especially in sanctuary cities. When we can't get the bad guy in the safety and security of a jail, they release them to the street. Well, we got to go to the street and find them. And when we find them, many times they're with others. Others are in the United States illegally.
Yeah, going after the bad guys, like fucking like mothers going to pick up their fucking children from school, and then all of a sudden she's abducted, never fucking seen again. Don't know where she went. Yeah, that's fucking such a tough fucking man. Tough on fucking crime. You fucking Elmer Fudd looking old fucker. Jesus fuck.
Aliens are there. We're going to arrest them. That's what sanctuary cities get. They put us in the neighborhood. They force us in the neighborhood. this is what happens.
Well, that sort of action there you're describing has met with a lot of pushback from local officials, the mayor of Los Angeles, and the governor, who's also very critical of the National Guard being deployed, suggesting that's provoking some of these clashes. It's sort of it is a rarely used maneuver by the president of the United States to deploy National Guard members
ran somebody over
the objections of the governor to the city streets. So, Mr. Homan, were you part of the decision-making process to deploy the National Guard? What is your response to those in that state who say they're only making the situation worse?
Then they should have taken action the last 2 days while the city burned. I mean, he waited over 2 days for all this violence to say he had
it wouldn't have fucking started if the ICE raids didn't even fucking take place.
But it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that though. Like it wasn't. The city wasn't burning down. They were relatively peaceful protests. They were, destroying property, but no one was getting hurt.
Fucking what the fuck are you talking about? And then Trump comes out on fucking Truth Social and is like, I want to thank the National Guard for their efforts in the LA and what. And the fucking National Guard hadn't even reached the goddamn city yet. It's like it's just all a fucking show.
For surrounding the federal building, breaching that federal building, putting our officers at risk, putting the illegal aliens to be arrested and they were in custody at risk. It was out of control. So I support President Trump's decision on deploying the National Guard. They're there to protect property and life, not just
no, the fuck they're not. No, the fuck they're not. They are there to protect the ICE agents so they can continue conducting their raids on innocent people.
And we're there. We're going to do everything we can to protect our buildings, protect our officers. And so calling out the National Guard, I think is the right thing to do. I was on the ground. Governor Newsom wasn't. I've seen this the first couple of days. He didn't. So I think President Trump made the right decision to deploy the National Guard to protect life and property. That's exactly what they're doing. And these people that are they can call them protesters. Many are peaceful protesters. Many are not. Many are criminals. We had an incident where someone threw a Molotov cocktail at a law enforcement officer. Now, we just seen recently what a Molotov cocktail can do. So what I said I've been attacked for a comment a couple of days ago. The rhetoric keeps continuing. The violence keeps continuing. It's a matter of time before someone loses their life. So using a Molotov cocktail.
Who are they throwing at, though? Who like these were peaceful protests until law enforcement got involved, until ICE conducted these were people, these were neighbors coming together saying, hey, these are our fucking neighbors. You don't fucking belong here. Get the fuck out of here. These are not criminals. These are people that we see every single fucking day. Like, it's that fucking simple. But it's literally like state sanctioned escalation. It's government sanctioned fucking abductions, and the people are fucking sick and tired of it. God damn it, dude.
Officer can certainly be met with deadly force. The rhetoric has to stop. People have to stop calling ICE terrorists and criminals and racists, because they're enforcing the laws enacted by Congress, signed by a president. And that's exactly what ICE is doing. They're enforcing the law. They're not making this up. They're trying to make everyone safer. One illegal criminal.
Oh yeah, it's so much safer with fucking ICE around. Yeah, I'm sure these communities feel super safe. Fucking Karen Bass and whatever the fuck. The police chief, the LA fucking police chief, is saying this is because of ICE. All this shit is happening is because of ICE. They are disturbing these communities that we have worked so hard to normalize relationships with. Fucking actually work together with communities. That's what the police should be fucking doing. Not cracking down on shit, sowing chaos and disarray and distrust and shit. And now with fucking the federales, the Gestapo, Trump's ICE going in there, it fucking dissolves all that shit, because it's a fucking bunch of unaccountable thugs who are masked up that are taking their authority from the fucking government. And the LAPD is just well, fuck, what are we supposed to do about this? And that's why the fucking mayor, even the goddamn police chief, is so frustrated with this shit. And it's all because of fucking Trump. It's all because Stephen Miller can't fucking orgasm without watching fucking brown folks being rounded up and black bagged and taken to who knows fucking where.
Yeah, he's a Nazi.
Yeah.
Governor Mayor, also the commissioner of the LAPD, says that the vast majority of protesters there have been peaceful. Mr. Homan, I want to talk about a new tactic here from ICE in recent weeks, it seems. Some arrests made at immigration courts, also at schools across the country. We've seen Michigan, Massachusetts, a couple in New York City. Are those students, many of the, teenagers for the most, are they public safety threats? Why are they now being targeted at places where used to be children were felt safe? What do you say to parents who now say they're afraid to send their kids to school?
Well, it's ridiculous against the false narrative being pushed by the media. ICE, Secretary Nome ended the sensitive location policy that ICE had. Only federal law enforcement agency that had such a policy. That law enforcement couldn't enter a college campus, couldn't enter a medical facility to arrest a public safety threat. And you can't point at one instance where ICE has raided a school. And I see the stories raided elementary school. Never happened. Raided churches. Doesn't happen. Raided hospital. Doesn't happen.
They're fucking conducting arrests outside hospitals and schools.
No, they do it. So he says, so what they do is they wait for them to come out of the building.
Yeah. It's
and then once they're out of the building, it's like, oh, we're not raiding
areas.
anything. Yeah, we're not raiding anything. We're just waiting for you to come out of that church.
Sewage-dwelling, fucking thumb-ass-looking Neanderthal, dude. Fuck this piece of shit.
Sanctuary in this country for a significant public safety threat or national security threat. There's no sanctuary. Any other law enforcement agency can, for instance, let's say it's MS-13. He's a senior in high school. And he's a public safety threat. When we've been looking for him, now we know he's actually attending class today at a certain time. We're going to work with local authorities to go arrest that public safety threat. It's not about raiding schools, it's about raiding hospitals. It's about, in a rare circumstance, we got to find a public safety threat, a national security threat. They're in one of these
Oh, yeah. Like the fucking children that ICE is zip tying. Like the fucking children that are just being rounded up and deported to other countries who have fucking cancer. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Yeah, the big fucking threats, dude. Oh, yeah, we need to enforce immigration law. Yeah, so, what the fuck did children do, dude? God.
Public safety threats or national security threats. So it's not about raids. It's not
threats to national security.
People should send
big,
their
tough
kids to
fucking
school.
man.
We're not raiding schools. It's just a ridiculous concept that the left's pushing that false narrative.
Some of these students, of course, not gang members, those who have been detained. Let me ask you this. You worked for the Obama administration, an administration that was very successful in securing the border, deporting a lot of people, even that Democrats were critical of the administration for doing so. But a lot of the tactics being used now by the Trump administration were not used then, when those numbers were higher than they are now. So why have things changed under President Trump? Is there indeed some sort of quota system
they can get away with it now?
Stephen Miller or others?
Look, I did run enforcement removal operations for Obama, and we removed and arrested a lot of people. We used a lot of the same tactics. Right now, because of the last 4 years of Joe Biden, we got over 10 million illegal aliens coming to this country illegally, and we got over 2 million known gotaways. 2 million people that crossed that border weren't vetted, weren't fingerprinted. We don't know who the hell they are. But how many of them came from countries sponsoring terror?
That's another dumb Nazi
fucker,
Christine Nolan.
Southern border, 4 years under Joe Biden. And in the Trump administration, first Trump administration, we had 14. So the situation is totally different. So we got a lot of dangerous people released in this country, and we've seen a case example by case example of illegal aliens released in this country with a second-term Mayorkas saying they're properly vetted, and they weren't. Because when we found them, many of them had serious criminal histories in their homeland. So Secretary Mayorkas said these people were properly vetted. No, they weren't. We never had access to many countries' criminal databases. Many of the countries where these aliens come from don't have any criminal database at all. They don't have the systems we had. So it's a different ballgame right now.
What criminal record do children have that you're fucking rounding up, you piece of shit? What criminal record do the mothers that you're prying away from their fucking children have, dude? Like, what the fuck?
He's just a poster boy.
Yeah.
He's just the face.
But he's loving every fucking bit of this, dude.
Oh, he loves it. Yeah, he loves spewing the bullshit.
Administration, open borders. We know that public safety threats by the tens of thousands have been entering this country.
No, Stephen Miller is like watching this and giggling. He's like, "Look at Homan go."
Yeah.
National security threats made in this country, and again, 2 million people paid more to get away. They didn't pay less to an alien smuggler organization to get a free airline ticket to the city of their choice, a free hotel room, 3 meals a day, free medical care, and work authorization. 2 million people paid more not to get vetted, not to get fingerprinted. So it's a different ballgame. So we're taking this seriously, and ICE is not making this up. Everything we're doing, we're using laws established by Congress, enacted by Congress, and signed by the president.
Fucking
Even
shit.
the Alien Enemies Act that a lot of people attacking, Congress passed that act. That's an act that's codified, and we're using every tool available.
And the judicial system just stopped that.
As many public safety threats and national security threats.
They just put a pause on that.
Certainly
So you're full of shit.
Some of the critics of these moves say that these policies, those laws, Alien Enemies Act and the like, were not meant for this. One of his toughest critics right now is, of course, California Governor Newsom. We want to give you a chance to respond. Governor Newsom, in an interview with NBC News, said that he said, quote, just get it over with in terms of you arresting him. He says, quote, he's a tough guy. Why doesn't he do it? He knows where to find me. So, Tom, arrest me. Let's go. That was the governor of California talking to you.
Well, look, I'm not biting on that. The NBC reported that.
Of course you're not, bud.
We did a 20-minute interview, and he cuts out a little clip that makes me and takes my words out of context. Here's what we said. And he talked about what I talked about, these people that are these protests and rioting. When they cross the line, they got that. Well, here's what I said: they have a right to protest. They have the First Amendment rights, but they can't cross that line. They can't cross that line of impediment. They can't cross that line of putting their hands on officers. They can't cross the line of knowing, concealing, and illegal alien, because they're all federal crimes. They're in statute, and they will be prosecuted. When he asked the questions, that include Mayor Bass and Governor Newsom, I was clear: they haven't crossed the line, but they're not above the law either. If they commit a crime, they certainly will ask for prosecution. That's what was happening. I never threatened to arrest Governor Newsom, so I'm not biting off on that. It's just that reporter is dishonest, and let him play the whole 20-minute interview, and you'll see a whole different discussion that we had.
All right, NBC News, of course, stands by the reporting. Border Czar Tom Homan. Mr. Homan, we appreciate you joining us.
We still have no respect for you.
You got it. Thank you.
Right.
Up next.
Yeah, not us.
Oh, Tom Homan, Satan incarnate. All right, man. Are you going? Are you live on your channel?
No, yeah, I've been live since I joined you. Yeah, Thunderbird's Thunderbird's making fun of him. I'm not biting on that, you wasky wabbit. Fucking because he looks like fucking Elmer.
Sucker and sucker.
Fucking Elmer Fudd shit. Yeah. You want to know how the fucking Democrats are like acting right now?
Yeah, how are they responding?
Yeah, well, take no look no further than the DNC chair and what he seems to be prioritizing recently. I would pull up a Politico article about the DNC chair and private meeting with David Hogg, and there's some audio in there that I think that we should listen to just to get a little bit of an idea of how the resistance is going, how the opposition to this fucking fascist hellscape is. If the law was black and white, we wouldn't need judges, which that hillbill is not. Yeah, no kidding. Fucking wants to be judge, jury, and executioner. This whole goddamn fucking administration. Oh God, dude.
Is this what you were talking about?
Yes, it is. All right.
We're all trying to
listen to shit.
It has plenty of warts, and we're all trying to change those.
This is Ken Martin.
But the longer we continue this fight, the harder it is for us to actually do what we all want to do, which is make a difference in this country again. So I deeply respect you, David. I too was looking forward to working with you, but this has created a situation, and I'll be very honest with you, for the first time in my 100 days on this job, and Jessica knows this.
So this is about right.
Hold on.
The other night I said to myself for the first time, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And partly not because of the stress and all the naysayers, right? I'm used to that. I've spent 14 years as a chair. I'm used to getting beat up on. But this is really everything. From this election, this credentials report, and how Malcolm's been treated in this, to the fact the election itself, how Shasti and Gina were treated in this. I'm just quite frustrated to be in this position, because what you've done, whether you like it or not, or know it or not, David, is no one knows who the hell I am, right? I'm trying to get my sea legs underneath of me and actually develop any amount of credibility so I can go out there and raise the money and do the job I need to put ourselves in a position to win. And again, I don't think you intended this, but you essentially destroyed any chance I have to show the leadership that I need to. So it's really frustrating.
29 people. Thank you, guys. Make sure you're subscribed.
What a puss.
Listen.
What? That was it.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, I don't know if it played the whole thing, but he started fucking crying at one point.
Yeah, it was at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want the PDFs at all,
shut up. This is the fucking resistance. This is who we've got fucking leading the party. This pathetic little fucking pussy. If I was David, if I was fucking David Hogg, having to sit there and listen to Ken Martin, wherever the
because
fuck,
guess what?
I'd be like, dude, you need to resign. You're clearly not cut out for this. This isn't for you. Fucking like I am experiencing.
Sure, there's a tool for every job.
What the hell? I'm experiencing secondhand embarrassment having to endure this shit from you. You're whining like a little fucking bitch. You should not be in charge of anything. If this is how you conduct yourself as a grown adult leading an entire political
it's really
party.
Frustrating.
Yeah, listen.
King.
Like he's fucking getting all emotional over this shit. It's just like,
Yeah,
dude,
I am tough.
All because
guess what?
All because David Hogg is like, hey, maybe we should go after the Democrats who aren't actually pulling up a fight against Trump. Maybe we should fucking actually have people who are part of the party who are progressive and not kowtowing to these fucking fascists. Hello, Trump boss, and hello, Adam Rodriguez. Fucking, I don't care if you are here illegally or not. If you're here in America, you're American as far as there's like the people who are here illegally are fucking far more American than you fucking Trump dumbasses. But yeah, no, like that's Ken Martin. Like this is the guy who the fucking Democrats like tried to push in. They didn't want any fucking progressive leaders, and of course he's fucking going after like one guy who has some like fucking name recognition and shit. It's like, give me a fucking break, dude.
So I just wanted to make your audience aware that I'm going to be so we're having guests this week as well. We're having a sociologist, Professor Dick Flax from UCSB on Wednesday night. And then next Monday, we've got a feminist who understands the male loneliness epidemic really well.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And then we've got Connor, the American progressive, a week from Wednesday.
Yeah. It's been a while since we chatted with him, yeah.
I am taking part in a new channel called This Space.
Hey, Trump boss.
And
sorry, hold on. Hold on. Hey, Trump boss. The cartels were set up by the AI so that we have slavery on tap, just slave labor. You know, the cartels are controlled opposition. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. And you want to fucking deal a blow to the cartels? Legalize drugs, but it's never going to happen because the cartels were created by the CIA. Get a fucking clue. Both parties suck. The Democrats suck. The Republicans suck. No one's looking out for you. Trump is not going to fucking save you. Grow the fuck up. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to be participating in the new channel called This Space TV, which is a cohort of a lot of recognizable lefty YouTubers, The Logical Leftist, Humanist Report, Letter Hack this is kind of his baby.
Oh shit, no way.
Yeah, it's really cool. So my time slot is Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and I'm just going to be going live for an hour and basically trying to convince people to come to my channel and check out my essays, because I feel like if everybody just watched my goddamn essays, the national IQ points would jump at least 10.
I hope so.
Just so we can get conservative thought out of here, because I'm so pissed off. But it's good to have that female voice with Marcy come in here and kind of give us the details and how to the real world knowledge on how to organize and make a difference, and not just on not just pounding your megaphone, but actually
she was a great
getting
guest.
the votes you need for stuff. And knows a specific legislature. How cool is that? Like,
no,
yeah,
exactly.
no, that's disappointing from Ken Martin, man. I mean, I knew
God,
when they picked him, I was
damn,
like, dude, this guy is a complete pussy. He's a complete company man. He's going to do what he's told. He's not a leader. He's not going to make the Democratic Party his.
No.
That's what we needed in a chair. Is we needed someone to make it his.
Yeah.
And that or hers. And
no, of
we
course.
didn't get that.
For MTDYL, legals ain't looking out for anybody but themselves. They're looking out for their families. They're just like you and me. They are literally just like you have family. You care for their well-being, right? So that's exactly what they're doing. Like the media narratives that you've been fed about like illegals and shit is all bullshit designed to scare you. You're scared because they're different, because they're not like you. But they are. Like, you have more in common with a working class Mexican than you do with anybody who has like fucking a 6-7 figure income.
All right. Well, I'm gonna call it a night, but you should keep going if you want. I just sent you a link to this Spaces page. If you could put it in your chat so your
perfect
people know about it, that would be great.
Yeah.
But thanks for jumping on. I'm glad we could get at least at about an hour and before you had to go. But to Stat Pat's audience, thank you for indulging me, and please don't forget to subscribe to me because I could really use the help.
Yes.
And until next time, don't forget that you don't get change in America by asking nicely.
Yep. I'll see you Wednesday.
Thanks very much, guys. All right. Take care, Stat Pat.
For sure. All right. Hello, everybody. God, how is there fucking like 30-something, 40-something of you guys in here? That's crazy. That is absolutely nutso. Yeah. So, lying pussies. Yeah, we're not lying, dude. You're just fucking brainwashed. Grow the fuck up. Nippa from here at God Country Family. Your dipshot working Lations. What the hell's you work with Lations? Oh, Latinos? Okay, so you support their right to be here, right? Yeah, why carry any flag? I completely agree. Why carrying Mexican flags instead of Americans? Trump boss, I will agree with you on that. I think we should see more American flags at these protests. But also, I genuinely don't give a shit because I don't believe in borders. Who do I want to be president? Someone who doesn't want power. Honestly, like someone like I don't know if you guys ever watched Game of Thrones. Someone like a Jon Snow, someone who is liked, someone who's not brutal, someone who doesn't want power, shit like that. I don't fucking know. No one should be president. Everything should be like, I don't know, a parliamentary system or whatever. Let's see. All Americans are brainwashed. Sure. I mean, yeah, I'll agree with you there. God, there's like 43 here. I'm not used to this shit. What should we take a look at? Honestly, I'm not even. That's like a genuine question. Because I don't like fucking Twitter, and I don't really have much else. Like we talked about, like earlier on the stream, we had a guest on from Code Pink and talked about Israel and their vice grip on the American political system. And just the endless amounts of propaganda, the millions that are poured into propaganda to fucking crack down on anti-Semitism, which is just criticism of Israel and Zionism and the genocide going on in Gaza. Which, of course, like I'm glad people are waking up to that, because Israel is a settler colonial ethno state ran by Zionist fascists and should not be supported. Honestly, it's not a good. Jews deserve better. Of course, Trump has deployed the military on American citizens in L.A. Gavin Newsom is begging. It's basically like daring Trump to arrest him, which would be fucking boss as fuck. As much as I hate Gavin Newsom, he's a slimy scumbag. Karen Bass, the mayor of LA, and the LAPD police chief is like, this is all fucking because of ICE. This wouldn't be happening without if these ICE raids weren't taking place, because the administration is admitting that they're going after people who don't have criminal records. Stephen Miller's getting off to this shit because he can't fucking orgasm without watching fucking brown folks crying in Spanish being rounded up by ICE. Anyway, fascism is fucking cool and sweet. Get these whatever the fuck out of our civilized country. You call this a civilized country? Vote for far worse than this. Yeah, I mean, whatever, dude. Fucking go crazy. No one actually likes you. You have no friends. Everyone wants power. I mean, I don't know if you ever watched the first Spider-Man, but what's the most important quote from Spider-Man? With great power comes great responsibility, and the power being utilized and weaponized by the government right now is completely irresponsible. Like anybody, fucking with half a brain can see it. I'm a painter, work with Latinos, green cards, baby. Yeah, but what happens when those green cards expire? Do you no longer see them as your fellow human being? You got a real I know, Megan. There's a lot of people here. I'm not used to this. LA live stream. We could probably do that. I'll pull it up. Who truly runs America? APAC, APAC, and billionaires, the billionaire class, especially the tech billionaires, most of which who fund Trump, by the way. Fucking look into Sam Altman, look into Peter Thiel, and look into the tech agenda, the tech bro agenda. Elon Musk is not your friend. How do you not believe in morals? I'm literally more moral than probably anybody watching here. Mexican flag is more American than the Confederate flag. True. Hell yeah, Thunderbird. That's absolutely correct. Fucking, I mean, the Mexicans were here. They were fucking here first. We're crying out loud. Watch anime with subs. You'll get quick with it. Yeah. That one's for you, by the way. Coyote of Lux. Mexicanos go the fuck home. This is their home. Shut the fuck up. Big Chief Ladnaw says they'll have to convince people that an American is not an American so that they can go after them. Since it's illegal to go after Americans, they'll relabel them un-American. Yeah, a lot of people don't understand this. All the fucking Trump administration has to do is just point at you and say, like, oh, you're not an actual American. Therefore, we're going to abduct you and ship you off to God knows what country, Smoke and Scan or Unicorn Riot. Unicorn Riot sounds like a cool name. So... Jon Snow, pure soy. Yeah, whatever, dude. You got like fucking sewage for brains. Hughes Masons Corporation's Deep State. The Deep State. Oh, so the Deep State, huh? Look into Palantir, dude. Look into Palantir. Look into OpenAI. Look into the people who are funding Trump's administration. People who are funneling him fucking Bitcoin or Trump coin or whatever. This guy is Antifa simp. I mean, Antifa are the good guys in literally all your favorite movies. One Piece Dragons. Let's fucking go. Yeah. It's like Game of Thrones guys. Yeah, like maybe like there's lessons to be taken from popular media. You fucking retard. So you agree we need border? I don't believe in borders at all, honestly. Like I said, you have more in common with a working class Mexican than you do a rich American that makes $400,000 more a year. God, live stream in LA. I will pull up. What was the one you said? Unicorn Riot. Unicorn Riot. I'm not seeing a live feed. What was the other one you said? NASCAR has been point for protests and riots many times. Yes, ICE has a job to deport illegals. It's the only problem. It's like we're watching most are trolling you. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people here 23. It was up to like 48 earlier, but it's not fucking not something I'm used to. Stuart, fuck off out of America. Call me fuck. Sure, yeah, whatever. I mean, let's see. What else we got here? Crypto Alchemist. What a cringe ass name, dude. Increase your echo chamber. No, I welcome the fucking hate, dude. Those offended, don't defend them. Like, oh my, I'm not. They're metaphors for a reason. Mexicans weren't here first. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, they were actually here first. Yeah, you don't actually know shit. So you don't need a door. If you don't need a board, you can just live in your house. Sure. Yeah. What the fuck ever? I don't give a fuck. Let's see. You reach hard. All press is good press. Yep. Yeah, I know, Deether. Let's see. Yeah, I do got a lot of people in here. Who was the other channel you mentioned besides Unicorn Riot, Megan? I don't want to put on Vosh. But everybody in chat, you guys are so fucking funny. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make me your like token soy boy or whatever fuck brainless buzzwords you guys got. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I mean, because if it was Obama or Biden that were like, oh, by the way, we're gonna deploy 2,000 National Guard and 700 Marines to X city, MAGA would be melting down and shitting their pants, dude. Smoke and scanner, okay. Smoke and scan. Okay. Do.
Prisoners.
Here we go.
Like I said, the jailers, the bailiffs.
Martial law is coming. Martial law is not coming.
Not LAPD.
I'll tell you this right now. Martial law is impossible to implement. It is impossible. Law doesn't know jack shit about history. Look, you're fucking. You're coming in here saying like the stupidest shit known to man, and you're saying I don't know history. Stay in your lane, dude. Fucking go back to eating fucking crumbs off of your dirty carpet. Fuentes 2028. Wow. So we got some groypers in here? That's insane. Mexicans are mestizo, like Spanish native mix. To be fair, the natives of USA, typically not that genealogy. Yeah, regardless, they were here first. Prepare to get food, protect your family. I don't even know what you're trying to even say anymore. They weren't actually just big gay retard. Big gay retard. All right. Look out, Tom Homan is right behind you. I mean, I can outrun that that Elmer Fudd looking motherfucker. Yeah. If you were watching earlier, like we fucking tore him a new asshole. It was fucking like wow, dude. You just no one can even understand you. Let's see. Yeah, like what have we been doing here?
If it was a hot dog vendor, I'd take an extra bag, but they're selling flags.
I don't know, MAGA did not shit their answer, but it's similar. What did Biden do that was similar to this?
You know while you guys watch the arrests happen.
Wait, Megan.
The arrests than the vendors.
Megan, did Biden deploy the National Guard against protesters? Did he deploy the Marines? Marshmallow law, maybe. Yeah, odds are like half these fucking Trump dumb shits in the chat are like fucking overweight. Just having fun. Like, hey, Trump boss, as long as you're here to have fun, I'm fucking, I welcome it. Hello, brass teeth. Martial law is coming. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you'll fucking survive that just fine. Play the president. No, these bitches were. There's nothing going on. There's nothing going on right now.
Oh, they're taking him to the Min Central Jail. Damn it. Fucking struck them out. I think that's where they have their little command post set up, so that way they can, over there, they'll, write them the ticket, cut the thing off. They're not going into jail. They'll get a summons probably to show up to court or get a fine, or probably just cut the tires off and let them go. It's going to be one of those three. Nothing crazy, trust me. That's why they don't fear the arrest. Most of the time, they're not arresting them. And when they do, nothing happens. So would you be scared to be arrested? No.
So what's actually going on? I mean, this is the LAPD.
That's what you're hearing. This is AXN, of course. He's on the other side.
Yeah, not to mention like the media is trying to make it so. Sorry, I had your comment up that whole time, Megan. My bad. They're trying to make it seem like this is just happening all over LA. It's just like total fucking chaos and shit. But no, it's confined to like just a couple areas in downtown. There's shit going on. Listener speeches. He was arrested. Publicized where the command post is. Via this fucking stream.
Everybody got a sir on now, man. It's crazy.
Fox News control opposition. I mean, sure.
He just pulled out a fucking
like,
tall can. Shit, yeah, get it, Doc.
I deploy National Guard. All right.
No shit. What the fuck, damn Hanky? Get us some tall. All right.
All right, cringe. I don't want to hear that shit. All right, Biden deploys National Guard protesters. I'm not seeing a damn thing about Biden deploying. Okay, Joe Biden deploys National Guard. I'm not getting a single thing that's coming up. Biden sends soldiers to help in North Carolina after Hurricane Helene. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, it's just more bullshit. I mean,
You gonna party with the Buffalo chicks, Chad? You gonna play hide the hot dog?
downtown. I'm talking the city. Like it's confined to like downtown and like
All right, so
Compton and Paramount. And
this
that's
way.
it.
They're pushing in like we thought.
It kills me why though. Dude,
what is this?
Trump bots?
Astronaut.
If foreign flags bother you that much to get you like this emotionally worked up, I would really just like reassess your entire life. Like get over it, dude. These are paid protesters. Okay, who's paying them? Like where are the checks coming from? These are just like neighbors standing up for their community because ICE is coming in and like fucking rounding up their neighbors that they see every single fucking day. Like, of course they're not going to stand for that shit. They're rounding up people they care about. People like even if like they're not fucking citizens. All right, I'll look this one up, Megan.
And then setting them on fire after.
Yeah, that's
how they got.
That's what I'm saying, dude. MTDYL.
Literally, they suckered in. We've been suckered in. Almost on the pole, of course. So that's what they're doing. And by the way, all you got to do is put like a cone, stand in front of it, or put a cone on the hood, and it won't move. It thinks something or someone's sitting on its hood, so it won't move. It'll just stay there, and that's what they did. They used cones to take this, what were you saying, $180,000, $160,000 piece of machinery and stopped it with a traffic cone? Straight killed it with a traffic cone. Maybe the new updated ones won't be that easy to fool. I don't know. They got to do a patch.
Okay, so here's what I found, Megan. Let's pull it up right here real quick. Biden orders 1,500 more troops to Mexico border as U.S. prepares to end Title 42 for May 2nd, 2023. See, blah blah blah. Looming independent immigration policy surge. So it was for the surge in illegal crossings. Again, this he didn't do it in response to protests. That's the point. Like I was making, it wasn't that like, oh, Biden never deployed the National Guard. It was to quell protests. You know, sure he was doing it to like protect ICE, but like like it wasn't like this was it was a non-issue.
Smell of soy is heavy in the air.
Smell of soy is heavy. Like fuck this fucking like dude. This guy a fucking boomer. Jesus Christ. Who's the watcher?
That'll be even better.
This is from yesterday.
Got the old polo mallet.
Horse didn't like that.
Bastards don't care about anyone. That is why they lock themselves in the parents' basement with their ARs. Absolutely true, Thunderbird. Absolutely true. You don't want to go back to Mexico, go fly the fucking flag. Well,
She's
I mean,
oh, my bad. Sorry.
Get over yourself.
She's got that thing back on her shoulder.
Like again, dude. If a flag controls your emotions that fucking like bad, like seek help. For real. Like Jesus Christ. Princess Steph was 2021 anti-Gen 6 people. Yes, National Guard bills involved. Yeah. You don't have to be in love with something to support it. You 100% support Nazism, boss. Yeah, you tell him, Dragon Slayer. Like these are all fucking overgrown children that think Trump's gonna save them and think that like fucking both political parties are here to actually serve fucking the people or whatever. Man, you're so fucking angry, Coyote Love. Like it like these are fucking hilarious. Fucking keep them coming. I like seriously. Fucking like your brains must be like leaking out of your ears because you're like just so fucking angry. Jeez. Hey, Trump boss, we actually agree on something. I'm not a Republican or Democrat either, and I did like Bernie, but like, yeah, he too cozy with the Democrats. I do like what he continues to do though. Yeah. It's leaking out of your mom. You got me, bro. Totally own me. Shit. Once I hate watchers on Monday nights, good no. It must have just been the way that I fucking titled these. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, Trump wants to arrest Gavin Newsom. Trump sends U.S. military to L.A. Threatens arrest of Newsom. Marines being deployed. Yeah, I mean, if it was like if it was fucking Obama doing this, or Biden, like MAGA would be having a fucking meltdown. But because it's Trump, it's like based and woke and shit. Yeah, Trump should arrest Jeb Bush. That'd be fucking hilarious. That'd be that'd be fucking astounding, dude. Yeah. Watch her on the web.
Is right, and then there are a small.
Are you? Is this lady seriously going to be like,
what's
"Yep,
Foss doing?
There's some of these belligerents at every protest. Flipped federal agents the bird, a thing that's subjectively protected under the First Amendment."
Yeah, no shit.
Percentage of people who are doing way more than other people are, and it seemed to be the case with.
Again, local media is all bought. They have a job. They will never.
Love left coast, even though I disagree sometimes with you guys forever. Really, really appreciate you, Megan, more than words. You know that. For Ted Cruz, that'd be funny. That'd be great. Obama killed lots of Syrians and Libyans. He did. He's a piece of fucking shit. He fucking lied about it. He's a war criminal, just like Trump. All right, Dragon Slayer, what you got? 1980, there were 3.2 billion humans. Now there's closer to 10 billion. Bernie's ideas didn't expand accordingly, so he thinks he has fewer allies than he does. He just didn't stand up to the Democratic establishment like enough, dude. You know, it's like you had so much, but then again, like the whole system was fucking rigged against him from the beginning. Anyway, is the thing. Flying Mexican flag while saying he wants to be in America is it dumb? I mean, I really, again, I genuinely do not give a fuck. You know, like, just like I don't give like, like then okay. So let's take your logic and run with it. So you would agree that flying the Nazi flag or flying the Confederate flag, especially because you see that a lot more often, that shouldn't be allowed. Like if you're a strong if you're a patriot like me, if you're a strong believer in America and American values and the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, you should fly whatever the fuck flag you want at your own risk. But by all means, like you may face consequences for it, like socially, like culturally, but the government shouldn't have to do shit about it. It's just like Trump saying, "Oh, if you attend these protests, you shouldn't fucking you shouldn't be masked up at all." Meanwhile, like everybody in ICE that you see are all masked up, wearing fucking armor and shit. It's just like you're public servants. Your identity should be fucking public. You're not just fucking like private citizens. You are public servants. You work for us. So I'll go North Korea. That sounds fun, Trump boss. Love me some Megan. Hey, don't get me started on her, dude. Do not get me started on her. People often accuse me of being a Democrat simply because I am anti-fascist, when that only means I can never support a Republican. Yeah, it's like this blue-red team mentality bullshit. It's just fucking dumb. Trump didn't start no war, like him or hate him. He sure is a warmonger, though. Well, actually, that's actually wrong, because we've been engaging in a silent war against the Houthis in Yemen, off the coast of Yemen, near the Red Sea, for like a couple months now. I think we're still like direct engagement. Like, we've been spending hundreds of millions of dollars in the conflict so far. It's crazy. Coyote of Love, send Netanyahu the Sikh. Dude, you're speaking my fucking language. Wow, we actually agree on something. That's crazy. He deserves worse than that, though. Tuned into your stream and maybe the first time tonight, Deether, and commented. What more do you ask? Yeah. No, I sent her the link to your stream, Deether, because since you were starting early when I was on my way home from work. Let's see. Trump's role of the Constitution spoken for as long as it makes good for good TV. I'm not that big of a fan of chaos. I do believe in the Constitution because I actually like this country. I like American values as they were. Trump just continues to erode them. No, the Mexican flag is bad optics, and many of the protesters modifying based on the backlash. I do agree. Like, Vosh actually had a great point today. You should be flying the American flag for these protests because you do believe in this country. If you want to fly the Mexican flag, yeah, it's literally your First Amendment right, whatever the fuck, But flying an American flag is much better optics. Completely agree. They look bad when Americans look at them waving flags. Sure. As homegrown American, I feel free to fly any flag. To deny that to another in my territory is unbeholden to our national beliefs. Based as fuck, Dragzilla. You've been on fire tonight. I really appreciate your input. Obama started that war by supporting the Saudis. Guess what? So did Trump. We sent them billions in weapons. Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law, received a $2 billion package from the Saudis. But for pay-to-play corruption. Insiderism. Scratch my back, we'll scratch yours. You think that fucking Qatari plane for $400 million is just a gift? Nah, Trump's doing something for them. Wait, answer the comma. Cam's rating is different. Love it. don't even trip. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We do. I too hate the nation of Israel. Yeah, they're a fascist ethno state engaging in genocide. No better than the Nazis. I think Israel's probably the only thing I agree with you on. Well, that's good. Bosch the horse fucker. Yeah, that's the meme. That's the meme. Yeah. What do you think on the Ukraine-Russia war? I don't believe in imperialism. And don't worry, guys. I'm trying to keep up with chat. I know it's busy tonight. What do you think on Ukraine-Russia war? I think, like I said, I don't believe in imperialism. So Russia getting in to like reestablish the like the old Soviet bloc, like the Warsaw Pact and shit. That's imperialist ambitions, and they just lie every step of the fucking way. Like all warfare is based on deception. You've probably heard that quote before, and it's true. It's like it was all based on lies, and they just wanted to take over the country. And Ukraine has every fucking right to be like, "Fuck you! We're gonna fight back with everything we have," and you know, good for them. Like I support Ukraine's resistance. You know, shut up, Trump boss. We love the Saudis. Since when, Megan? We do not love the Saudis. We absolutely do not love the Saudis. I don't believe in anything before I believe that the Constitution is a living document. I mean, yeah, we can literally add amendments to it. We can amend the Constitution. You know, but with the fucking division by design in the Senate and the Congress right now, that's a lot more impossible. Because yeah, I don't give a shit if he's a Jew or not. I give a shit if he's a Zionist. Those are that's the issue. Zionists are the issue. I don't give a fuck if you're a Jew. Like that's the thing I can never understand when it comes to Groypers is how obsessively like hyper fixated on who's a Jew or not. It doesn't matter one fucking bit whether or not you're a Jew. It matters whether or not like you believe in like cleansing the Holy Land based on ancient books that are just full of fucking bullshit, and being told you're special your whole life, the chosen people, and so like that's an excuse to ethnically cleanse entire groups of other people. It's like fuck off. My pleasure. Yeah, no problem, dude. Don't agree with Trump on everything. Hey, me neither. Trump is to keep Saudis as friends because of Muslim population. That's not why. It's not. It has nothing to do with whether or not they're Muslim. It's countries don't have friends; they have interests. And the Saudis are a strategic geopolitical ally, mostly because of oil. Soviet bloc weak right now. Don't blame them for going with EU first. Wait. What do you mean? Like Russia going after the EU, and not the old Soviet bloc? Remember that Saudi guy's passport found untouched in the middle of the World Trade Center? Like literally, we know that the people involved with 9/11 were Saudi nationals. And there's some conspiracies that suggest that Israel was probably a lot more involved in 9/11 than is being revealed. But too much of the 9/11 files have been redacted and shit and barred out, like the Epstein files, which Trump is in, by the way. Invade Canada, that'd be funny. They love Mexico so much. Go back. This is America, not Mexico, not Sweden, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I literally do not care. America is a melting pot. we have Indians, we have the Chinese, we have Japanese, we have Koreans. Like the protests happening right now are in Koreatown, LA. And I was just there a few weeks ago for a concert. And it's kind of a dump. LA sucks. How hard was it for Zelensky not to smirk when Trump said, "You have no cards," knowing Spiderweb was well underway? Yeah, fucking just blew up a shitload of their bombers and shit. That was so cool. Zelensky is Zionist. I don't know about that. I generally don't. Yes, I have sit for Saudis since the new prince let women drive in 2017. That's such a low bar. Wait till you hear about the entire West for the past century, or however fucking long cars have been around. Oh God. Czar the Empire, President of Ukraine, all Jews are Zionists. No, they're not. No, kind of love. Look, like I don't know how long you've been. Well, okay, so you're probably not subscribed to Dieter, my co-host, but we literally had a Jewish woman who is opposed to the Israeli state, who is speaking out against the genocide that they're waging. She's part of a group called Jewish Voice for Peace. You know, there's another group called Not in Our Name. There are plenty of Jewish people out there who do not believe in the Zionist ambitions of Israel. Another group of front is a bulimic dork undergoing the crisis of Twink's death. Oh God, you people are way too online for me. I hate that I know like exactly like everything that you're talking about. But yeah, and I don't support Ben Shapiro either. He's another pathetic fuck. I live in 17 nationals and pristine passports. Okay. No. It wasn't about their passports. It was that one was found, and they were all like eventually identified. And they weren't all Saudi nationals, by the way. Thunderbird, love your input as always. Trump reversed Obama's ban on the sale of precision-guided munitions to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, that's true. Trump's dirty war in Yemen. That's yeah, and not to mention Donald Trump increased drone strikes by like something like 432% his first term in office. Dancing Israelis. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, FL. It's deeper than that too. You're talking about reviving USSR. Soviet bloc was saying, I don't blame them for going modern EU instead. Yeah, so like their own Soviet bloc, like to challenge the modern EU. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's definitely something Putin wants. But I mean, they have BRICS, I guess. I don't know. You challenge the West with that. I don't fucking know. Trump more bomb. Yeah, this is what I was saying, Thunderbird. Trump dropped more bombs and killed more civilians in Afghanistan than any year since 9/11. He also banned the reporting on the drone strikes. That's right. That's right. Let's see, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. All blank is always a false statement with humans. That's true. Okay, take it easy. Go into SU. FBI killed Martin Luther King. JFK's head just. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they did do that. Not nearly as smart as you think you are. Well, I mean, we stream at least twice a week. You can let me know that like every stream. Like come in, and if you don't feel like you're learning anything, just keep reminding me. 19/70% there's just something in like 5 or 6%. I was like, I was exactly okay. I should have figured. I should know by now. It's all good, Megan. Don't even trip. Man, we're guns to Obama. Yeah, he did. He did more against guns generally than Obama did. Clinton was the first black president. I don't know what you mean by that. Good night, Trump boss. Hopefully you're subscribed. Thanks for joining. Many genocide have been going on for years before the Palestinian genocide. That's true. Yeah, you have one genocide, people standing up for the other. Yeah, the thing about the Yemeni genocide is that it hasn't been like as widely broadcasted, but it has been going on for a while. Like fucking like what, like 85,000 people as of a few years ago have been killed. Crazy. Thank you, Trump boss. Appreciate it. It's comical now. And we funded the Saudis to do it as our proxy. Yeah, that's right, Dragon Slayer. We don't give a fuck what the Saudis do with the weapons that we supply them with. You know, it's so funny because we've been doing that for years, and like where are the Houthis getting their weapons? And now we're actively like engaging with them militarily in the Red Sea. You know, it's just like, you know. Wear a hat? I usually do. I got my Bernie hat around here somewhere. I also got a 311 Never Happened hat with a patch. It's fucking great. And my 49ers hat. Clinton Jazz Sax. Yeah. First spot was shocked when first was explained. That's, well, yeah, I'll have to look more into that. You'll have to send me shit on that, Megan. Clinton played saxophone, ordered fried chicken everywhere. Guys, meat sucks in the Ola. Hell yeah. Okay, I can ascribe to that. 311 ever happened. Bingo. Investigate 311. Trump 1.0 wanted to sell our military out to the Saudis as mercenaries. That's right. He's getting away with it this time. Yep, we are. Yeah, we're helping them out. We're doing them a favor. You know, it's like, yeah, send Jared Kushner $2 billion. We'll fucking help you out with the Houthis in Yemen, whatever the fuck, you know. Yeah, but it's been going on since the 90s. Wow. The civil wars exacerbated by neighboring conditions. Save for Houthis. Yeah. Trump is the blackest, though. 47-time felon, banging porn stars, lives a series of golden skyscrapers. Yeah, but Trump's got a fucking tiny dick, though. You know, just ask Stormy Daniels. You know, his dick's not big enough to be black. Oh God. I got to finish my laundry. I'm having a blast. It means a lot you guys are here. What else is going on real quick? Hold on. Let's just check back in real quick.
Marches and protests and rallies that we saw, back in 2020, and there were much clearer sort of organizations and leaders and people.
Huh? No?
What?
The overwhelming majority of the George Floyd BLM protests were largely spontaneous without an organizer or leader. They was literally like, show up here at this time, blah. Then you.
Yeah, that's literally it. It's like organic organization, and this is something that's been always like hella fucking funny to me. Is like leaders of Antifa or fucking leaders of BLM. It's like, no, it's all decentralized. like fucking, there's no checks, there's no structure, there's no leaders. It's just fucking people who don't like fascism. That's it. It's like atheism. It's like, people who don't believe in a god. It's like it's that easy. We got involved mainly because the Red Sea shipping blockages. That is true. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's because of the fucking shit. God, Vosh looks so annoyed. God, fuck the media, dude. They do not cover this shit properly. But yeah, that it's because of the shipping blockages, because of the global support for Israel, who is waging genocide against the Palestinians. Thanks, Sateless. Thanks for joining Thunderbird. I gotta switch my work uniforms over to the dryer. Yes, Trump more cultural back in Clinton felonies, baby mamas, fake businesses, gold. Sure. I mean, he's not talented though. Like, you gotta have talent like Clinton. At least Clinton's like musically inclined. Trump can't do shit but like market. He can sell shit, Marbury says Trump more black. George Floyd reincarnated as Marco Rubio. It doesn't even make sense. Chris Chan predicted all this. I'm starting to think like you're just going into like schizophrenia mode, Coyote of Love. But I appreciate your input regardless. I mean, not really, but Trump could mumble. It's true, yeah. People are born knowing what's right, and literally, yes, later taught to hate and fear. You don't fear others and hate them unless you're taught it from a young age. That is absolutely 100% true. I love you a bunch, Megan. You know I do. I'm the most active of your 9 active watchers. This is the first time I've seen you. There's no way in hell that you are more active than Megan. She has been here for fucking pretty much every stream. Yeah, see? Shut the fuck up, Coyote. You will never beat me. I love you, sweetheart. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my laundry. I gotta God, I gotta wait an hour for the dryer to be done so I can finally go to sleep. Again, thank you all so very, very much. Subscribe, and we will be back Wednesday. And me and Dieter will have a guest on. Go and subscribe to his channel too. By the way, Dieter McBusiness, American Wasp. Hey, you white folks, you can learn a lot from his early videos because he's a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. And he comes from a MAGA family and woke the fuck up. Again, thanks a bunch. Fear is a lack of information. Take that to heart. 100%. Don't forget, even if you don't yet understand. Yeah. Good luck. I'll do laundry too, but hours at start time is swapping that in the morning. Right. I can't just leave my shit down there. You know, I have to make sure it gets out. Do some push-ups. Yeah. I haven't eaten at all today. I think this new job is going to fucking shed more pounds off of me than the gym for the past year has been. Neither's Rich Beefero. He's actually kind of well, he could be, but he works a couple different jobs, but he does come from a rich background. Sweater, I can do whatever I want because this is America, buddy. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta get going. Thank you guys again. We'll see you guys Wednesday evening.